Picture this, a ship adrift on the endless expanse of the ocean. Its crew met with an eerie fate that defies all rational explanation. Welcome to the bone-chilling saga of the SS Ourang Medan. Emerging from the depths of the late 1940s, this enigmatic vessel has become synonymous with unsolved mysteries, a riddle wrapped in a shroud of darkness. What happened on this ship? What caused the death of its crew? And where did it disappear to? Come with us as we delve into the depths of this harrowing tale and unravel the myriad theories surrounding this ghostly vessel. In June 1947, a distress call echoed across the waves. The source? The SS Ourang Medan. A chilling message in Morse code that would reverberate through the annals of maritime history. All officers including captain are dead, lying in chart room and bridge. Possibly whole crew dead. This was followed by an incoherent series of dots and dashes, and then, the final words, "I die." Then, silence. A silence so profound, it was as if the sea itself had swallowed the ship whole. Listening posts across the Strait of Malacca strained to re-establish contact, but their efforts were in vain. The airwaves remained as still as a tomb. The distress call had been picked up by numerous ships nearby and several listening posts, with the chilling message quickly circulating. The coordinates of the SS Ourang Medan were caught in the transmission, pinpointing it in the vicinity of the Marshall Islands. The silence that followed the distress message was an eerie calm that left a lingering sense of dread. The decision to investigate was not made lightly. The sea is a vast, unpredictable entity, and the prospect of venturing into the unknown was fraught with danger. Yet the urgency in that final message, "I die," compelled the closest vessel, the Silver Star, to alter its course and venture towards the last known location of the Ourang Medan. As the Silver Star drew closer, the crew felt a sense of unease. The sea was calm, the skies clear, yet an ominous feeling hung in the air. They called out to the Ourang Medan, yet received no response. The ship sat on the horizon, an eerie silhouette against the setting sun. What rescuers found on board would chill them to their bones. The rescuers boarded the ship expecting the worst, but nothing could prepare them for the horror they found. On this seemingly ordinary day, the SS Ourang Medan transformed into a scene straight from a chilling nightmare. As the rescue team stepped onto the deck, the ship was eerily silent. The crew members lay scattered around, their eyes wide open in terror, their arms reaching out as if trying to fend off some unseen assailant. Their faces were twisted into grotesque masks of fear, their mouths frozen in a silent scream. It was as if they had witnessed something so terrifying that it had literally scared them to death. And yet, their bodies bore no signs of injury. There were no visible wounds, no signs of struggle, no hint of violence. It was as if the life had been sucked out of them by some unseen force. The ship itself was undamaged, its cargo untouched. The navigational equipment and the ship's dog were the only other casualties, the dog's body rigid in a pose as if caught mid-snarl. Not only is the phenomenon of the death of the entire crew in a fearful condition considered frightening, but the shipwreck also creates a strange and haunted impression. Upon entering the SS Ourang Medan, the crew of the SS Silver Star felt an unreasonably cold condition. Even though the outside conditions at that time reached 43 degrees Celsius. The ship's logbook offered no clues. The final entry was routine, betraying no hint of the horror that was to come. The radio operator who had sent the distress call was found slumped over his equipment, his cold fingers still clutching the microphone. The rescuers searched the ship from stem to stern, looking for survivors, but all they found were more bodies. The engine room crew, the officers, the captain, all were dead, frozen in the same terrifying postures as the deck crew. That was why Captain Silver Star ordered the SS Ourang Medan to be pulled back for rescue. While the ships were tied together, smoke could be seen coming from cargo room number 4 of the freighter. This made Silver Star sever the tow rope attached to the now smoking ship. Moments later, the SS Ourang Medan exploded with great force. The power that rises from the water before the ship descends and sinks to its eternal resting place. Some swear by existence of the SS Ourang Medan, while others dismiss it as mere fiction spun from the depths of seafaring imagination. The ship's financial ledgers read like a cryptic map, leading nowhere but to dead ends. Notably absent from the meticulous records of Lloyd's shipping registries is any mention of the elusive Ourang Medan, despite the thorough documentation of merchant vessels spanning centuries. Yet the mystery deepens with each unanswered question. If the Ourang Medan never sailed beneath the scrutinizing eye of official registries, why did the Coast Guard, in 1954, and later the CIA in 1959, make cryptic references to its eerie tale? A vessel lost to the waves, yet its spectral presence refuses to fade from memory. Advocates of the Ourang Medan's existence weave a tale spun from the threads of history. They claim its registration may have originated in the colonial reaches of Sumatra, within the Dutch East Indies. Linguistic clues suggest a connection, as Ourang translates to man in Indonesian, while Medan marks the largest city on the island. Thus, the name Ourang Medan whispers of an origin rooted in the mysteries of the East. Yet, this theory remains but a fragile vessel adrift on a sea of uncertainty, lacking the anchor of solid proof. The saga first surfaced in the ink-stained pages of British newspapers around 1940, casting its haunting spell upon readers. But it wasn't until nearly a decade later, circa 1948, that the tale washed ashore on American soil, finding its place among the columns of respected publications like the San Francisco Examiner. The chasm of 8 years between these accounts yawns wide, inviting speculation about the truth lurking beneath the surface. What events transpired during this interlude, and why do subsequent retellings of the tale diverge so sharply in their details? The legend of the SS Ourang Medan continues to drift through the currents of history, a spectral vessel haunting the imagination of sailors and storytellers alike. Whether real or imagined, its enigmatic presence lingers, casting a shadow upon the seas of human curiosity. The SS Ourang Medan's mystery has spawned countless theories. From the plausible to the supernatural, let's delve into some of them. One prevalent theory suggests that the Medan might have been involved in smuggling hazardous materials. Some believe that the ship was secretly transporting a deadly cargo of chemical weapons, possibly nitroglycerin or nerve gas. A leak or an explosion could have caused the crew's sudden and gruesome demise, leaving no survivors and no trace of the deadly cargo. The booklet, called Das Totenschiffen der Südsee, mentions the cargo hold and what might have been inside. According to this booklet, the cargo hold contained potassium cyanide and nitroglycerin. If this is actually true, then it could explain why there are no official records anywhere. Certainly having these combustible items on a rough sea is severe negligence. It could also explain the subsequent explosion shortly after the salvage attempt. Some speculated that the ship was carrying a far more sinister and dangerous cargo. One theory suggests that the Japanese may have smuggled experimental biological weapons manufactured by them. Known as Unit 731, the weapon was secret research and development. According to this theory, the Japanese aimed to create the most dangerous chemical weapon for their establishment of Japanese supremacy. A Japanese bacteriologist named Shiro Ishii conducted terrible experiments during the Second World War. He developed Unit 731 sometime in 1932. Is it possible that the Japanese smuggled Unit 731 onto a nondescript merchant vessel with a foreign crew because they did not want attention? If so, what went wrong? Then there's the alien intervention theory. There are those who propose that the ship and its crew fell victim to extraterrestrial forces. They argue that the inexplicable circumstances surrounding the crew's death and the ship's subsequent disappearance are indicative of otherworldly interference. Perhaps the Medan was an unfortunate casualty in a cosmic game we are yet to understand. Of course, no mystery is complete without a touch of the paranormal. Comparisons to the Philadelphia experiment have been made by some ufologists. Some people blamed the paranormal for what happened aboard the ill-fated ship. The unnatural deaths of the entire crew have lent some form of credibility to these and other causes that imagination has conjured up in the last half a century. Even undead pirates, like the crew of the fictional Black Pearl, were suspect. Finally, we have the theory of a government conspiracy. Some theorists propose that the ship's story was a cover-up by the authorities, a smokescreen for clandestine operations. They argue that the ship's disappearance was orchestrated, a deliberate vanishing act to hide the truth from prying eyes. The tale of the SS Ourang Medan is a chilling reminder of the sea's unsolved mysteries. An echo of a forgotten past, a whisper of a tale that sends shivers down the spine of even the most hardened sailor. We've journeyed through the murky waters of this maritime enigma, delving into its eerie history, its sudden and inexplicable disappearance, and the bone-chilling theories that continue to surround it. One question lingers. What really happened on that fateful voyage? Are you prepared to dive headfirst into the unknown? Show your excitement by smashing that like button, ringing the bell for notifications, and joining our community of curious minds. Subscribe now for a front row seat to our thrilling expeditions through history's most perplexing enigmas. Let's band together and illuminate the shadows that have baffled humanity for generations.